I'm Mr. Tom, and I like to paint silly things. Welcome to Acutely Believable Creatures. Hello friends and homies, this week's theme is Roundfoot Halfling, and it starts off a little rocky. Everything I sketched didn't seem right. They all felt like normal, run-of-the-mill gnomes and halflings, which simply won't do. Our Roundfoot Halfling should be something new and slightly stupid. Like this portly fellow right here. Now, truth be told, I wasn't sure what a Roundfoot Halfling was until I met this one. A dummy, double C thick gnome imposter who looks slightly lost in the void of thought seems perfect. And it seems to me that the adventuring field is ripe with muscular and athletic archetypes, so it's nigh time for a husky hero to emerge. This is their intimidation pose, arms outstretched and trying to make themselves appear much taller and menacing than they really are, especially when goblin kind are around. The smile was a key element. I wanted to give the impression that they had gaping maws that could hang open in a dumbfounded state, but also look content with an ear-to-ear smile with the simplest of notions. Also, I decided they wear merit badges. After a quick trip to the lightbox and performing the ritual taping ceremony, it's time for some paint and story time. The Roundfoot Halflings are a simple folk. They stand about 3 feet tall and weigh about 65 pounds. They live in farming communities and grow mostly root vegetables, which is really their only defense against the neighboring goblin tribes and dens, as it's well documented that goblins cannot stand the smell of vegetables. Despite this, the goblins love visiting the outskirts of the village, mostly to poke fun at the dense halflings. Whenever they sense danger, they instinctively drop their chores and raise their arms above their heads to look more imposing while slightly grunting, which more often than not sends the goblins into fits of giggles. They wear bright red hats to easily identify each other. They frighten easily when separated from their group, and they tend to wander when their minds drift, so their tall hats act as little red beacons to herd them back to safety. They reward each other with crude handmade merit badges. They hold no rank and are often passed among themselves as kind gestures. Some of these badges even pass hands several times a day. Their packs are filled with trinkets found in the field by passing adventurers, snacks, crude gardening hand tools, and pill bugs. Their clothing is simple by design, not humility. So if there's one thing they're good at aside from gardening, tailoring. They partner for life and form smaller groups and families, never straying too far from the protection of the village. They view nature as their ruling life force and spend most of their days tending to the needs of their surroundings and the needs of each other. They are a peaceful and docile folk, having never taken part in any major conflict or war in the realm despite being an ancient race. However, they have acted to protect their people from invasive predators. They do not fight with weapons, but they are expert grapplers and possess an uncanny strength. They display no use or knowledge of magic or magical items. However, the crops and lands are lush beyond customary means. That should just about cover the lore and story time of Roundfoot Halflings. I've posted the stat blocks here in the community tab and on my Instagram. They're basically halfling rules with some extra girth and a little bit more flavor text if you want to use them in your next campaign. While I start the inking process, I want to take care of some other business. I want to say thank you and welcome to anyone new to the channel. Anyone watching who has bought a print or an original painting from my shop, it is super greatly appreciated. And I've almost got everything dialed in, well, I mean, as best as I can, to stream some of my painting process. I'll post a schedule as soon as I consult the mighty refrigerator calendar. If you have any questions about my process or the tools that I use, or if you have any suggestions for a goofy D&D character, leave them in the comments below. Now, next week's theme is a tricky one. It's Cardinal Sin. I somehow have to turn that into a spooky, cute, fantasy-based playable D&D character. It should be, interesting. But hopefully you'll follow along with my shorts and hang out with my voiceover goblin and see how it turns out. That about wraps it up. So until next week, friends and homies, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, because that'd be mighty awesome of you. Hugs and high fives. See you later.